Hi, Scorpio. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. We're here for you with your very personal August reading. It's been a wild ride. Let's not get into it. Let's not, whoa. I'm seeing you, it's funny, I'm hearing Capricorn strongly here, Scorpio, be it if you're a Scorpio sun with a lot of Capricorn in your chart, if you've got Scorpio overlapping Capricorn, whatever it may be. I'm seeing you, Scorpio, like, kind of, you're like, you're in your mind, okay? Your mind's eye, or metaphorically sort of, I'm hearing analoging the events of the past month, the kind of like pushing, okay? Pushing the whole, I'm hearing last 4 months, 5 months into a box and putting that in the, I'm hearing for a number of you in the cellar, I'm hearing for a number of you in the attic, for a number of you in the junkyard. And to say that for a number of you, perhaps there was some kind of experience where you felt completely out of tune, I'm hearing out of touch, out of sorts, out of, I'm hearing like, even, out of body, I'm hearing as well for a number of you, like you just felt like, I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. I'm hearing specifically for a number of you, like you just felt real, kind of, not to say, out of the loop even, like, you know, kind of a little loopy, be it even, like I just don't feel, I'm hearing balanced for a number of you. Maybe there was something kind of going on. I'm hearing vertigo, I'm hearing heart, throat chakra, I'm hearing specifically like you were like, I don't even know what I feel anymore, and that's real weird for a Scorpio, isn't it? Scorpio usually knows how they feel, not because they know how they feel, but because they are living that emotion and they're feeling it to a level that is just not even describable, right? It's like that is usually the domain and the space that a Scorpio actually thrives in, where there is that sense of passion and pulsation of what they love. But what I'm getting here, Scorpio, is that perhaps there was a little bit of this period of like, I'm hearing, I don't know how to say my name. I'm hearing what? I'm hearing, well, who am I? I'm hearing like, wait, it's really interesting. I'm seeing two people. One person is about to get on stage, okay, and they're like, and they're about to like, I'm hearing give birth, okay, interesting, and perhaps they're about to give some sort of like speech or some sort of like sermon, I'm hearing as well, I'm hearing bibliography talk, okay, and I'm hearing training, like there's something that actually really requires no real protocol. I'm hearing to program the practice, but there is the illusion. I'm hearing that there needs to be some sort of practice there. I'm hearing also a faith. And it's interesting because I'm seeing that where there is, I'm seeing that there is almost this confrontation between how do I believe in something and just believe in it just because I do, and believe that there is potential for it and that it could become, and then how do I practice that process of discovering what it does become? How do I believe in what I believe in, right? Without deciding where that leads to. In other words, what does faith really mean? Like, I only believe in it if it's gonna become that, okay? Like, kind of interesting, right? It's like, how do I leave the unknown to the unknown? I'm hearing, and leave the drawer to kind of the dresser. And how do I just simply learn more about myself along the way in the process of discovering what life holds? How is it that I'm ready to let it all go? What I thought I was presenting when I would come to the stage of announcing who I am to the world. I'm hearing Leo, Libra so strongly here, Scorpio. It's like this. It's like, you know, I can practice a line a million times over. I can tell myself that I have told myself that this was, I'm hearing, the life for me, I'm hearing specifically. And I could convince myself, at least momentarily, that I could predict the future. But when it comes to teaching myself the lesson of leaving the last chapter unwritten of this book, that's when I come face to face with my magic and the truth that it tells of me. In other words, Scorpio, we're going deep, deep here for you. How is it that I let go of who I think I am to learn more of how I learn to be one with everything? And I'm hearing with everyone that I become. A reflection with. I'm hearing, I love myself. I learn to love not what I isolate myself as a human being, but I learn to love the process of releasing what has been my predicted persona. In other words, I'm no longer preoccupied with presenting myself in a certain way to please or displease certain perceptions of how I fit my self image by image, layer by layer, lens by lens. I'm not here to filter myself through. In a way that doesn't do my colors that don't hold context justice. I just want, I'm hearing specifically, to fly. And I'm imagining actually as a phoenix. Yeah, I'm seeing the bird who is totally disorganized. I'm hearing disorganized for the flight. Okay, showing up last minute. Yes, I'm hearing. Am I here to give the presentation? Oh, sure, I'll do that. Okay, you thought I was gonna say shit, were you? No, I'm hearing. I already took one. We're here to get the show on the road, and I'm ready. Where's the match? That's all I need. The fire beneath my wings to give me the courage to face. Not because it empowers me and defines me and validates me and supports me, who I think I am, but because it challenges me to chase after what I feel is my potential of becoming. And it's in that space that I'm not going to settle, to sacrifice my story that is unwritten. Just because it's unwritten doesn't mean that it's not my story. That's so powerful, Scorpio, right? Really think about that. And I feel this so deeply. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. I feel this. And I know how, and we've all got Scorpio somewhere in our chart, right? So wherever that may be, maybe feeling these energies coming through, but I feel how challenging even that can be at times, to feel that you don't know how to describe what you do. For anyone that's willing to hear about it. I'm hearing, who's my community? Where am I? What do I do? What do I do in this community? What do I do about that? What do I do about what I'm not doing about that? Also, someone please help me out here. I need a lifeline. I'm hearing specifically. Is it Mercury retrograde? Is that what's kind of influencing this decision that I'm making? I'm hearing specifically about what I'm doing here. Interesting. So for a number of you may have been kind of, it could have been this feeling that it's been more, that it's been a decision that you would have to make about defining and encapsulating who you are. Okay, like, and I'm seeing for me this was actually like a pressured space where you felt, oh, it's coming down to it. Who am I? I really gotta put it on pen and paper. I gotta put it on pen and paper. And I'm seeing like a pen that's inscribed with like the same, I'm hearing initials as is the piece of paper. Oh, interesting. I'm seeing, well, it could be related to a contract. They think I'm signing now. Feel free to apply that as you feel that it applies to your situation. It could be related to even partnerships and whatever else, okay? But I'm hearing the insignia. I'm hearing of the romance. Like, yeah, okay. I'm hearing, do you believe in love after love? It's like, you know, I'm hearing who created all of this. I'm hearing as well, wow. So for a number of you, perhaps you've been feeling like very, very troubled in a space of wanting to tap into your own consciousness. I'm hearing it like hack your programming. I'm hearing your program, like I'm hearing your mammogram. I don't know what that's about, but I'm hearing like something about like, I'm hearing mind over matter. How do I morph? I'm hearing translate what, also this moment means for me. And I'm hearing what it really brings into question, Scorpio, is what does it mean to be a human? What is human nature also? And when we come to that point of seeing ourselves in that space as a human, what becomes faceless in value? What is it that we feel but don't see as relevant in that space of defining our emotions at that point in time? So for a number of you, I'm seeing like perhaps you're feeling a lot. And for those of you who got a lot of Scorpio in your chart, you could really be feeling a lot astrally, psychically, energetically. I feel like everyone's talking to me. I feel like I'm hearing grandmother Gertrude, and her whole gang are here up in I'm hearing Lisbon, I'm hearing Leo, I'm hearing strongly, I'm hearing the letter L, I'm hearing I'm hearing L-I-Z, Liz, L-I-S. I don't know. Anyways, it's like they're all here. I'm hearing they're all hunched over the same magazine, and they're pointing at men, I'm hearing in mock trial outfits. I don't know what that's alluding to, but I'm seeing like someone, like perhaps someone's also getting a lot of signs. Like everyone's telling me that it's time to tell my my teachers that I have the take-home test ready. I'm hearing completed. Okay, you know, it's like there's a little bit of pressure, Scorpio, to say it in that way of defining what you're doing. Okay, like with your with your presentation, I'm hearing specifically. And for a number of you, it could actually be like you are expected to give some sort of even channeling. I'm not sure what this is alluding to, but like, and I'm seeing it as related perhaps even to your gift, your talent, whatever it is. I'm hearing film scoring strongly. Okay, and it's like, you know, people are like, okay, get on the stage, Scorpio. It's all yours. The mic's there. You know, we've dusted it. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Mic 1, 2, 3. Check. Okay, Scorpio. And it's like I'm seeing you, Scorpio, kind of. There's a lot of hesitation. I'm hearing with how you see yourself illustrating. I'm hearing the past participle from the future, okay? Like from that of the future. How is it that I angle who I saw myself as in the past? I'm hearing in the past. I'm hearing also the history of this venture. As it relates to now, the turn that I've taken in now talking about it in the future, or in the way that speaks of the future at least. And for a number of you, I am getting that there is a focus on the question of the future. What is the future, and is it really anything? Is it something that we can't really say is a promise even, right? But the feeling I'm getting, Scorpio, is that you're not stalling because your story doesn't make sense to you, okay? You're stalling because you feel that perhaps it won't make sense to others, and I'm hearing specifically your mother. Okay, like specifically, shout out, yeah. I'm hearing you're real scared of that Shark Tank moment, but nothing beats. I'm hearing how your mom is gonna look at you at the end of that one workshop, okay, that you were definitely present at. Okay, I don't know, maybe you've got like someone who just is like a wonderful critique also, someone who I'm saying like someone with like a lot of facial hair, like they got a really big beard, I don't know, maybe they're a rabbi, I'm hearing as well. Okay, anyways, Scorpio, I'm seeing, yeah, that I'm hearing you don't want to have to know who you are simply to feel relevant to a certain community. I'm hearing also to a certain audience. And what does it even feel like to feel as if you do know who you are, period? Right? It's like, how do you even say, oh, I describe myself as a so-and-so, da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba. What's my biology? I'm hearing specifically 5'4", height is a whatever, okay, and then, you know, okay. It's like, how can I even profile myself? I'm hearing racial profile. I don't know what those lines you always take as you will. You know, it's like, how is it that that's even a part of my persona at all? Like, why is it the way that I walk the course? I'm hearing specifically. And for a number of you, I'm getting that this is a test, actually, a huge test for you of how you tell, I'm hearing how you tell how you tell, I'm hearing yourself, your story. Interesting. Really interesting, Scorpio. And how the tension in the room builds. Doesn't tell it for you, Scorpio. I'm hearing specifically, necessarily. And doesn't determine how you tell it to yourself. right? So in other words, if you hold a public space, Scorpio, the question really is, what is the stage and what does it serve as? If I am to, let's say, give a certain speech, give a certain announcement or renouncement, I'm hearing as well, what is it really that I'm reciting even at all? Do I really need to recite my role if I am not going to label it as either Romeo or Juliet? I'm hearing specifically. It's like, what is it that needs confirmation in any way to be announced? I'm hearing, I am living, and that is the proof of my power. I'm hearing to become more. I'm hearing I am empowerment just because I am the person I am. I am empowered by others, not because of the sounds they make when I announce who I am, but because they leave me guessing more about who I become, more aware of through these captioned images. And for a number of you, this is actually related, I'm hearing, to a really controversial space. It might actually be related to, I'm hearing Congress, I'm hearing politics, I'm hearing specifically. And I'm hearing not everybody gets it. I'm hearing not everybody gets the message. Not everybody actually gets the message. It is Mercury retrograde, let's be real, okay? Mercury is mischievous sometimes, and you might have pressed send, but you know, there was maybe some sand lodged in between the button and your finger, and maybe it didn't quite hit the way that you thought it would, right? Okay. For those of you who are at the beach and you're typing and you got your sunglasses on, not really looking, you're typing an email and you're like, I think I sent it. I'm in Cabo right now. I could care fucking less. But, no. Scorpio, I'm hearing Virgo strongly, okay. I'm hearing she's like the wind of my dreams. I don't know, was that, it was from Dirty Dancing, I think. Okay, I'll have to watch that tonight. I missed that movie. Good flick. But, again, Scorpio, I'm seeing some of you also, like, I'm hearing illustrators, you may actually illustrate something. I'm hearing it's your profile, I don't know, your profile picture, your image, like someone asks you, like, it's interesting, I'm seeing someone actually walk into a room and there are panelists there, judges, and they're like, okay, paint yourself. And I'm seeing, like, Scorpio, like, I'm seeing you, I'm hearing August, I'm hearing Augustus. Okay, like, I'm hearing Augustus the Clown. I don't know what that's alluding to, but someone who takes themselves very seriously, but in somewhat of a clumsy way. I don't know what that's alluding to, not in any particular way. Okay, but, and it's like, they are, like, put on the spot there, like, what? Like, I need to present myself as, in a pompous way, or, I don't understand. Like, you want me to, like, promise you something, or what's with the parallels here? I'm hearing as well, like, you want me to, like, peekaboo? I'm hearing you want to see me, and then that's how you know. Like, it's weird. I don't know, Scorpio. Like, for a number of you, though, I'm seeing that you don't want it to be. It's a rhetorical question. I'm seeing you don't want it to be, okay, related to your actual composition. I don't know what that's going to be, an actual composition that you're creating, okay? But you're like, no, I mean, I don't want to feel like I need to, like, paint the romance as well and have that be the proof of what's in the pudding, okay? Either they feel it and they know it and they see it, or they don't. And if they don't, then, you know, I'm not going to be here turning my head around the corner of this cardboard box. I'm hearing that it's really kind of interesting, Scorpio. I'm seeing you actually in a room, and there's a tall, like, cardboard, almost like a door, and it's standing in the middle of this room, and there's someone behind the cardboard door who's, like, kind of giving you prompts, okay, giving you promptings, and you're like, okay, I gotta, like, react? That's so weird, okay? Like, they're testing your reactions in some kind of way. And I'm seeing you though kind of being like, it's weird. I'm seeing you kind of, Scorpio, you're kind of like, I wanna poke them back. I'm hearing like, Liz is getting me kind of pissed off. I'm hearing as well, but in a way that makes me feel like I need to present them instead of myself, and that gets me kind of more turned on. I'm hearing at the same time, and not in a psychological twisted way. I'm hearing, but more so in a philosophical way, and I'm hearing, I don't want the poke to hurt either. I'm hearing specifically, like maybe you don't want to get like also political with things, or you don't want to like kind of like, if you feel someone's like poking at you, you don't want to have to like really like, you know, point them out. I'm hearing also for doing that, you know, but at the same time you want to kind of make it known that you're not here on a register list. I'm hearing to be kind of rolled. I'm hearing casted. I'm hearing as well. I don't want to be like profiled. I'm hearing specifically for a number of you. And be that also related to your looks. Like I don't want to feel like my looks are kind of dictating what my decisions will be within the context of the future of this company. I'm hearing as well. So for a number of you, I'm hearing you feel a little like maybe even like I'm hearing like a little judged. I don't know, or like you don't want to feel judged, and so you're kind of wondering maybe, well, how do I really address the tag on the location as well? Okay, so you might feel that there is somewhat of like a circumstantial factor that is related, be it also racial, I'm hearing specifically, to what is being presented of you, where it's like someone may be kind of like presenting you and in a really big audience. I'm hearing crowd, and I'm seeing you, Scorpio, kind of like you're kind of like, you see something that is not like, you see something that maybe others are not really fully honestly aware of. I said honestly, okay, always take it as you will. Like there's something that perhaps like, it's weird. I'm seeing someone, you maybe kind of like, well, maybe someone asks you a question again, they maybe prompt you to kind of deliver also a certain type of message, and you're like, you're asking me that because you know that this audience is more receptive to certain things, and I'm seeing you kind of being like, that's not me. That's not me. I'm not the person who you're setting me up as. I'm hearing as well in this space. I'm not all also that you get here in this space, and I feel like it's kind of, I think it's kind of ridiculous to play it off like that's all you're gonna get. I'm hearing as well, like that's all that there is to me. And for a number of you, I'm seeing that this might actually be an interview, and if it is, there was maybe some kind of feeling of like testing that was not really like kind of pleasant. I don't know what that's alluding to, but like not really I'm hearing not really prepared. I'm hearing like prepared for or professional. I'm seeing that maybe for a number of you felt like something was just a little like weird. Like, why did you need to go through all of those questions to get me to kind of compliment you back? Like, are you trying to get me to like, I'm hearing to question myself? Like there's something that perhaps you feel is like, you're questioning the stimulus point, I'm hearing specifically, and you're very much in the know, Scorpio. Don't question your intuition with this. If you feel like, oh, I know where they're going with this, I know, like from the very start, I'm seeing this as immediate, okay? Like let's say you're on stage, someone prompts you for in some kind of way, and or even let's say you're in front of an audience in some kind of way, or you're having a meeting, and someone prompts you, they kind of ask you a question, and then you're playing volleyball a little. The very moment that you began that interaction, there was a very clear intuitive source. I'm hearing source code, okay? Like you had an in. I don't know, maybe you had some sort of guidance in some way. There was something very, very, very obvious to you. I'm hearing very clear, and it might have been related to I'm hearing the lines. I'm hearing segregation. I don't know what that's alluding to, but something perhaps even political, something even related to, I'm hearing Giza. I don't know what that's, the pyramids, okay? I'm seeing, yeah. But there's something perhaps even related to race, okay? In some kind of way, what is race? But when that was presented in the way that it was, okay, I'm seeing that you called it. I'm hearing you called it, you knew it, okay, in some kind of way, but that led you, okay, through this very long laundry list of looks, back and forth glances. I'm hearing leadership titles that were left, I'm hearing unannounced. Like, I don't know what this is. It could also be a court case, but I'm feeling that there is somewhat of a long process of discovering what your point is, okay, in a way that you know from the very beginning is not properly portrayed, okay? To say it in the way that from the very start I knew that if they were going to ask me that question within the context of, let's say, race, it wouldn't be presented properly. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be right for me to even answer it, because it would suggest that that is the context within which I regard myself. Okay, so in other words, if someone presents, and I was just coming through, but I'm going to mention it. So let's say someone says, as a young, I'm hearing black man, I'm not sure what again, alluding to always take it as you will, what's considered man, what is considered black, what is considered white, what is considered anything, right? It's like, what is the spectrum, and what are the roles, I'm hearing specifically of how people hold certain reminders of certain characters. I'm hearing in time, I'm hearing as well. I'm hearing also roles, I'm hearing specifically, okay, of I'm hearing like community. I'm hearing specifically responding. Okay, anyways, Scorpio, it's like this. It's like, let's say someone presents that, like a question to you. They're like, I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay. And you're like, all right, go for it. So they preface it by saying, as a black male, how is it that you consider, and you know, that first word or that first phrase, like from the get-go, Scorpio, perhaps in some kind of way, as you felt it, framed the whole conversation in a way that made the whole portrait feel completely fucking off. Like, if you're gonna say it like that, then we're not gonna even say anything at all, because we're not talking about what the tail end of the subject matter really is, if that's where we're starting. Okay, I'm hearing, if the point is to deliver, I'm hearing a message within the context of a certain type of even thought group, I'm hearing everything else gets thrown out of the pool. I'm hearing along with the rubber ducky there. I'm hearing called I'm hearing the letter R. I'm hearing Ramirez. I'm hearing so strongly. I'm hearing Gonzalez. I don't know what those are. And it's like, you know, this is not gonna be. I'm hearing the type of I'm hearing rear end show. I'm hearing that I want to be showing everyone, and it's real weird. I'm actually seeing like a rhinoceros like on stage, and it's got its like rear kind of like fanned up, and it's just showing it off to the audience, like in a way that's like, here, like, suck this, okay, take this. Like, if that's how you see the whole show, I'm hearing as well for a number of you, then we're not going to even be I'm hearing roaming around on this stage. I'm hearing any more to remind ourselves of I'm hearing the rights that we both hold. I don't know what okay, Scorpio, yeah, you're getting real Sour Patch here, and for good reason. For a number of you, you may feel it's like this is not a race that we need to win by way of calling certain races as you know, winners and losers. Like, what the fuck? I'm hearing specifically, I'm hearing this is just not the way that we're gonna find also. I'm hearing our place on the map. I'm hearing I'm hearing in synchrony, okay? And it's like, if we're gonna have a conversation, we need to have the conversation. When we have the conversation, that means that we dissolve and we create. Now, when we create, we communicate about what is real, and that's not a discussion that is contextual, okay? Always take as you will, Scorpio, whatever that may mean in particular for you. But it's kind of like, if, you know, we're gonna come together, we're gonna talk about what you love and what I love, and then we're gonna like introduce each other as like, hi, like, you're a young black woman and I am a young black man, and when we come together we talk about that, it's like, that's irrelevant. Like, what does that have to do with what we feel? Like, that's not, and it could be any race. What is considered race, and how is it that even color, or whatever color is considered as, right, can even be attached to the concept or the term race? What is race? And why are we trying to win it, right? If that is the feeling of victory that is related to, and what is victory, right? But if that is the feeling that is related to a certain complementary space that's otherwise held. So it's like, how is it that you are relevant to a space by way of your context? I'm seeing someone like kind of questioning that to someone. How is it, right? And this is kind of responding like, what in the world? I'm hearing R again, I'm hearing Ronaldo, I'm hearing, okay, how is it that you can come to consider yourself within this context of a certain even, I'm hearing human force, I'm hearing police force, okay? I'm not sure what that is alluding to, but always take it as you will. And the feeling is that, it's like someone may feel that something was ill-received, okay, in the way that it was presented. Like, that was not honorable, I'm hearing as well. That was not cool. I'm hearing not cozy, not communicative in a way that was, I'm hearing controversially aware. I don't know, was like someone maybe said something that just was like, how do you not, are you surprised that people took offense to that? Like, I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, okay, so, and no judgment at all, Scorpio, just channeling what's coming through. It can be taken and perceived in terms of ways. It could be perception, right? It could be your energy, it could be that of another, but yeah, I'm hearing like something feels very much perhaps charged in a certain way. And I'm seeing, again, two people coming together, and when they realize that, it's like there are emotions, okay? I'm hearing da-da-da-da, human nature, da-da-da-da, human, by Michael Jackson, right? It's like, yeah, Scorpio is like, when the heart beats, okay? When the heart beats, I'm hearing the soul sings. What is it that says anything about that space? That can make its sound truth or not, harmonic or not. Who is to say that something sounds real? Who is to say that something sounds fake? How can somebody come and determine, right, that a certain relationship also doesn't make sense? Difficult space, Scorpio, I'm not gonna lie. This is really, for a number of you perhaps, it may, and what is considered difficult, right? Not to say it's bad, not necessarily bad, not necessarily good, not neutral, but, right, it's like, I'm seeing that two people, let's say, have a very strong connection. I am getting that strongly here, okay? Two people having a very strong connection. And it's like, maybe that is presented in some kind of way, and then, people will inevitably have their opinions. Like, okay, if anyone is to have an opinion about somebody's relationship with someone else, like, two people have a connection and then other people have an opinion about that, like, oh, whatever. If they do, the feeling is like, what is a conversation around it? Like, let's really scale it down, okay? To say it in this way, if two people have a really strong connection together, right, let's really scale it down. What does that mean? What is connection? Emotion, love, is it tangible? What is a connection? I'm hearing community for a number of you, okay. And it's like, so you might want to take note of that, but Scorpio, it's like, at the end of the day, if two people feel a connection, or they deem to have a connection, what realizes that space? What actualizes it, makes it kind of official? What can ever make something official? How does it relate to the concept of the connection? Which brings you back to the point of, well, what does it mean to connect? What does it mean to have a connection, right? No, always take as you will, Scorpio. I'm just channeling what's coming through, right? But for a number of you, I'm hearing it's gotten really messy. Okay. It's gotten really messy, Scorpio. For a number of you, I'm hearing specifically, where I'm hearing there have been a lot of reversals there. I don't know what it's alluding to necessarily, but a lot of different people with different experiences and history, I'm hearing as well, that are contributing their opinions in a space that is not calling for it. Okay, we'll just say it like that. Like, again, two people have a very strong connection, and then I'm hearing the parents come forward, and I'm hearing present a bigger case. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm hearing for the venture. It's like, I'm hearing the children. Okay, but it's like, yeah, it's like, what is it that makes a connection more real? Is that possible, really? Like, oh, you know, if only they, like, I'm hearing someone having a very strong connection with them, and then someone may come up to them and be like, oh, but if only they had a little more money, they'd be perfect. Like, does that, like, let's really, like, what does that kind of lead to? Define connection as, if that's the way that it's looked at. Not to judge it, if that's, you know, not in any way, not to judge it, but, you know, to say it in the way, well, maybe it is something that needs to be looked at a little further, right? If somebody's giving also, period, an opinion about what is felt, what is that revealing, rather, of what their vision is of a connection? So when someone says, oh, you know, find someone who you feel a really strong connection with, and then you're like, I found this amazing guy, we are like perfect, PERFECT, and then you're like cut off, and they're like, but how much money does he have? Like, this is kind of making clear, right, that, well, maybe perfect is not a universal experience. And what it comes down to is, what is your definition of perfect, Scorpio? What do you feel you're supposed to do, not because you were set up to do it, I'm hearing as well. And for a number of you, it's like you may have actually really, like, I'm hearing you've gone through some kind of training, schooling, parenting, do something when you were younger, and as a kid, and it was like, yeah, I was destined to be a star. I'm hearing I was in the limelight. I had planned. I'm hearing to get discovered. I'm hearing as well, and I'm hearing, hey there, sweet Delilah, da 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 da. Like, my parents, I'm hearing sang me songs in my sleep. I'm hearing that was my my radio. I'm hearing as well. So sweet. But doesn't mean that I have to play according to that performance. Just because I happen to be even presented in it, I'm hearing on that stage, doesn't mean that I have to play that role. If someone frames me in a certain way as being a certain type of person, does that mean that I am that point of reflection within themselves? So when someone kind of says, oh, like, it would be great for you to find someone, just a little more money, like, and then let's say that your response, right, would be, well, you just told me what you think great means. For example, it doesn't have to be related to money at all, right? Just give it an example coming through, just back to channel it. But, right, it's like, it could be anything. Even the sheer fact that someone is giving an opinion, like, period. Even responding, like, that's great. Yeah, that is great. Yeah, I agree with you. What is there to agree with? This is my emotional life. This is my emotional reality. I'm feeling this way, and that's what I hold as real. It's not a story that we make up lines in. Okay, that we, you come in with your pencil and you erase and then you rewrite. No, like, this is my memory of who I am, and I can't pretend like I feel connected to some space that I don't find myself in a space, to say it in this way, Scorpio, that I don't feel reminded of what I know to be my potential. What I remember of my soul's calling. To create. I'm hearing life specifically. Not sure what that might be alluding to for a number of you, but always take it as you will. Alright, so for a number of you, I'm hearing that there's a lot of tension. I'm hearing, plain and simple, a lot of tension in the room of taking the trash out. We're just gonna put it like that. Of talking through certain types of conversations that you feel don't need to even, I'm hearing, be really in the room to begin with. At least in that room to begin with. And I'm hearing, I don't want to label anything. I'm hearing also I don't want to mark anything. I'm hearing, I don't want to mark up the value for anything. I'm hearing as well, like, it could be financial for me. Like, I'm not going to negotiate this. This is non-negotiable. You're not going to come onto my property, into my home, and into my house and tell me that it's worth this when I hold sentimental value for it in, let's say, a different also currency. I'm hearing that specifically in another measure, in another market, in time even, okay? Like in the past, this property was the it place, I'm hearing, for example. And someone comes in and is like, well, it's irrelevant now. And I'm hearing someone else being like, well, that's irrelevant. What you think about this space as holding value even to begin with is irrelevant, because I am I'm hearing entitled to my measure of value. And that's that. And that's that. I'm hearing that's the end of the roundtable discussion. I'm hearing specifically. And so to say it in the way, not necessarily saying that it's, let's say that there is no, let's say, if we're talking about real estate, that there's no market value, okay, whatever, but I'm seeing it taken in a philosophical way or in a metaphorical way, however you feel that it relates to you, and this could just be something that someone is projecting, right? But the feeling I'm getting, Scorpio, is that there is this cross between the humanity of a space and the practical kind of the practical sort of place that holds even in a societal way. Like, if this is what I really feel about the situation and I take that and then I implant it into this environment, does it change color? Like something like that, Scorpio. It's like I'm seeing you're kind of really like, you know, where is it that the water flows? And when we, you know, kind of like take the conversation about it and we even, I'm hearing transport that, like I'm seeing it could even be related to something that is long distance, even in another location, long distance. It could be related to land as well. I'm hearing construction. I'm hearing ozone. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but I'm seeing that it's like, you know, what happens to that reality there, okay? Like if things were flowing and things were good and things felt right and it was harmonious and balanced, you know, how is it that someone can kind of skew that? I'm hearing as well that even sentimental, I'm hearing knowingness that things were okay. I'm hearing that things were right, that it was meaningful, I'm hearing as well for us. So for a number of you, again, there could be just also some kind of shared, kind of like a space of kind of I'm hearing carpooling, okay? Carpooling with your audience, and I'm seeing it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I'm hearing about how I want to be. I'm hearing Zoolander here. I don't know what that's going to do. Like, you know, to say in the way that for a number of you may be feeling that the discussion around what you care about is being taken through in a very public way that you feel is not really proper. Okay, is just not really even like situated or placed right. Like there's something perhaps that you feel it's out of touch even. Okay, where it feels perhaps even uncomfortable. Right? So thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in, love and light. To enjoy this period. Have a beautiful August. You're all so wonderful. Thank you for connecting and for your dear support energetically above and beyond all with the channel, Scorpio. You guys are so interesting to read always. Such deep, complex energies. Here we've all got Scorpio in our chart somewhere, right? All of us, we've all got Scorpio somewhere in our chart. We've all got an 8th house, we've all got Mars and Pluto. And so wherever Scorpio sits in your very personal chart, there could be a focus on those energies. So you may want to check out those other placements in your chart as well to see how the energies are kind of filtering through. Matters of love, art, partnership, harmony, beauty, for example, you may find that watching your Venus is kind of illuminating. Okay, let's say that your Venus is in Aries. If you watch Aries, then you might find that kind of information may come through there as well. Illumination, reflection, however it is that you characterize also watching tarot. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a beautiful, beautiful month again, Scorpio. Love and light to you all here, and I'll see you soon.